Good morning, Prop Nation. It is another Drew Estate Tabak and Tech Tip Sunday powered by Monster Energy Rehab. It is a beautiful morning on the Gulf Coast of Florida here. 63 degrees. It is just amazing. Sun is shining. It's going to get hot though. It'll probably get up 85, 88 degrees today. As you can see behind me, there is a giant pile of rock. Giant piles of rock have been the bane of my existence for a couple years. First time we did our stone driveway extension, and I saw we had a pile like this, about 7 yards of rock. I'm like, yeah, piece of cake. I can smooth that out. Yeah. And then we did a French drain on the back of the house, and I moved essentially all of that myself, wheelbarrow by wheelbarrow. I said never again. So we're getting ready to put another French drain in, or continue the French drain around the new Drew Estate Experience Acid Studio and Lounge. And because of all the Hurricane Ian and the damage that come through, equipment rental, or getting guys to come out, I mean, it was impossible. Couldn't find anything. So I know it's a Tech Tip Sunday. Here's my point that I'm about to make. Sometimes it pays to have someone else do the job. Whether it's oil change, brakes, whatever. Sometimes it pays. I was going to do the job myself. I was going to go out, rent the equipment, and just do it myself. Was I 100% sure that I knew how to do the job? Digging it, I was going to YouTube it, how to use a little mini excavator. And I'm like, all right. And then one thing I found, make sure you don't swing it, because if you're digging next to your house, to undo the bucket, you'll swing it straight in your house. I'm like, I never thought about that. I probably would have wrecked my house, the addition, on the first bucket. So, with all the Hurricane Ian damage that came through, when Hurricane Ian came through, it was hard to find anybody that would come out and give me a reasonable estimate. I know guys in the industry, so I know what it would have cost, and I'm like, that's why I started looking myself and renting it. Is going to do it myself. I wasn't really sure of it. And then I found a couple of guys, young kids, that were working, at an AutoZone or something, doing some kind of landscaping out front, and they had a mini excavator. So I just pulled over. I was still in my Tires Plus uniform, like, hey, you guys free to do some work? And they're like, yeah, we're always looking to do more work. So they came out to the house, took a look at what I had. They gave me a quote. It was about twice to 2.5 times more than what I could have rented the equipment for myself and done it myself. But they were experts. They knew what they were doing. And at the end of the day, I didn't want to wreck something and potentially cause more damage. So I told them, just do it. So that's what we're waiting on right now. So they're going to come out here. They're going to dig out the trench around the new workshop and the studio. Jessica and I are going to lay the pipe. Only take an hour or so to lay the pipe. They're going to leave with their mini excavator and then come back with a skid steer, and then they are going to put all the rock down, which that is another part. I mean, that was another couple $100 for them to come back, scoop up the rock, put it in the French drain, and then level out all the dirt. A job I could have done myself without any equipment. I could have been out here with a wheelbarrow, and then Jessica and I could have got some rakes and some shovels. We could have graded everything out. But why? Why do it yourself when there is an expert, a professional that can do that job for you quicker? I mean, this would have been probably a 2-day project of loading this rock up, getting it into the French drain, grading everything out, if not a 3-day project. This guy's coming with an excavator, and it'll be done in an hour, and that'll be it. I won't have sore hands, and I won't be, and like I said, especially with my knee injury still, I mean, honestly, it'd probably taken 5 days, with my knee injury. So how does this apply to a Tech Tip Sunday. Like I said, there are certain jobs you as a vehicle owner, you as a homeowner, can do yourself and save yourself some money. As a vehicle owner, replacing your wiper blades, that should be something you're doing yourself. Don't have me replace your wiper blades. You know, if my boss watches, goes, Kevin, shut the hell up. What are you doing? But there are things that you should be doing yourselves. Husbands, wives, replace your... We see it all the time. And I know it's 2023. Women can change their own wiper blades. So my perspective of what I see on the daily basis, be it a chauvinistic view, whatever. Sometimes I'm just tired of being politically correct. We get women that come in because 90% of our clientele are women that make the decisions. And I'm like, oh, you know, your wiper blade's torn or it's actually missing the blade. I'll have my husband do that. He won't do it. He won't. He hasn't. You've complained to him before. We've talked about this. We've talked about this in the past. I need my air filter replaced. Yeah, or you need your air filter. My husband will do that. He won't. He won't. And next time you come in, it'll still be bad, and you'll still tell me he'll do it. But those are things that you can do. You can change your wiper blades. You can change your filters. You can change your brakes if you're comfortable with doing that job. Brakes are very, very complicated nowadays. You'll watch a YouTube video and it'll be like, remove these 2 bolts, take this off, remove these 2 bolts, take this off, put this part on, and you're good to go. There is a lot more to brakes than that. There's a lot more to other things than that. Pay a professional to have the job done and have it done right. Even as a technician, there are jobs I won't do because I'm not proficient at them, and I don't like doing them. For me, as a technician, I don't like doing press-in wheel bearings. They're a pain in the butt. I can do them, and I can do them in the time allotted by the book. There are other technicians I work with that can beat the book by half. They're just good at it. Same with timing belts, timing chains. I don't do them. I'm not fast at them. I'm not good at them. I usually can't beat the book on them. So we pass those along to other technicians. So even in as a mechanic, there are jobs that we don't do because, like I said, we're just not proficient at them or we don't feel comfortable. There are other jobs in the shop. You get a V6 Hyundai that needs valve cover gaskets. I'm beating that book time by half. I'm good at that. I can get the job done fast. I can get it done perfect. Other technicians will have those jobs be like, hey, valve cover gaskets, you want this? I'm like, hell yeah, I want that. I'm good at those. There are jobs, that I am way better at than other technicians. So even in our field, there are jobs that we give away, that we send to the professional to do because they professionalize in that. So it's not just the consumers. Like I said, we do it ourselves. So yes, can you do a lot of repairs on the vehicles yourself? Yes, you can. If you're at all uncomfortable, if you're not at all sure, just do what I'm doing today. Pay a professional to do the job, do it right. You'll know that it's done right, and you won't run into any issues. You won't hit your house with an excavator. You won't damage something else with your brakes because, especially on brakes and certain things, if you break a bolt, if you cross-thread a bolt, if you do something wrong, now you're having it towed, and now you're out of a vehicle. So I'm going to enjoy this beautiful day, this beautiful Tabak Especial, this amazing Monster Energy. And remember, if you have any issues, questions, concerns with your vehicle, head over to your local Tires Plus, Firestone Complete Auto Care, Hibden Tires Plus, or Wheelworks, and let us give you a quote, an estimate, an inspection, and we'll see you next Sunday.